What if your world changed with just a single letter? Imagine being an ordinary boy lost and forgotten, and then one day you find out you're not just ordinary. You're special. You're destined for greatness. And everything you've ever known about your life is about to change. Welcome to Harry Potter, a world filled with magic, mystery, adventure, and heartache. A world where broomsticks fly, ghosts walk the halls, and spells fill the air. But at its core, this is a story about growing up, learning to trust, and facing a destiny that is far bigger than you could ever imagine. Harry Potter's journey begins in the most unlikely of places: a cupboard under the stairs, a boy who has been neglected, ignored, and told he's not worth anything. But that's only the beginning. The moment Harry receives that letter, the invitation to Hogwarts, everything shifts. A door opens to a magical world full of danger, friendship, and the truth about who Harry really is. As we begin with the Sorcerer's Stone, we see Harry's transformation from an ordinary boy to someone who must face extraordinary challenges. He learns to ride broomsticks, makes friends, and discovers that he's not just anyone. He's the boy who lived. He's someone connected to a dark past, a powerful enemy, and a destiny that has been whispered for years. This is the movie where we first realize that Hogwarts is more than just a school for magic. It's a place where Harry will discover who he is and what he's meant to do. The magic in this film is not just in the spells and the creatures we meet. It's in the friendships Harry forms with Ron and Hermione. The bond between the trio is unbreakable, and they help each other face every challenge that comes their way. But the magic also comes with danger. In the Chamber of Secrets, Hogwarts is no longer just a place of learning and fun. It's a place of fear. A deadly secret lies hidden beneath the school, and it's threatening the very lives of the students. Harry must not only face the fear of the unknown, but confront an ancient evil that has risen again. This time, Harry's bravery is tested, and he learns that the power of friendship and courage is stronger than any monster or dark magic. Then we get to The Prisoner of Azkaban. This is the film where everything shifts. We learn more about Harry's past, about his parents, and about the truth of what happened to them. But this isn't just about discovering secrets. It's about facing fears from within. This movie introduces us to the Dementors, creatures that feed on the most painful memories, sucking the joy from your life. And for Harry, the battle isn't just against these creatures, it's about confronting it of losing his parents and the ghosts that have haunted him for years. By the time we arrive at the Goblet of Fire, the stakes are higher than ever. A magical tournament, new schools, dangerous challenges, and yet, the most terrifying moment comes when Harry faces death for the first time. The Triwizard Tournament brings out the best in our heroes, but it also exposes the evil lurking in the shadows. The death of Cedric Diggory is a turning point. It's not just a tragedy, it's a moment that forces Harry to grow up. In that instant, Harry understands that the battle he's facing is not just about defeating evil, it's about confronting loss and understanding the true cost of war. The darkness deepens further in The Order of the Phoenix. Harry is no longer a boy who just discovered magic. He's a symbol of resistance. The wizarding world doesn't believe in the return of Voldemort, and Harry becomes a target for those who want to silence him. He's alone, but it's also in this film that Harry realizes the true power of friendship and loyalty. He forms Dumbledore's Army, a group of students who stand together against the forces of darkness. And when the Ministry of Magic tries to suppress the truth, Harry stands his ground. There's a battle in the Ministry of Magic, a moment of intense action, filled with heartbreaking loss and the realization that the war has only just begun. But even in the face of these struggles, Harry's spirit is unbreakable. Then in The Half-Blood Prince, we are plunged into even darker territory. This is where we see the emotional cost of the war. Love and loss intertwine. We see Harry struggling with his feelings for Ginny, while Ron and Hermione face their own romantic challenges. But the real tragedy here is the loss of Dumbledore, the mentor who had always been there for Harry, guiding him, teaching him, suddenly gone. Harry's world is shaken, but there's no time to grieve. The war is escalating, and Harry must continue to search for a way to stop Voldemort. And yet, even with all the heartbreak and danger, Harry's courage never wavers. Finally, we arrive at the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. This is the culmination of everything we've seen so far. It's not just about finding the Horcruxes, it's about survival, hope, and sacrifice. In Part 1, we see the trio leave Hogwarts and go on the run. They are hunted, isolated, and forced to confront their deepest fears. The quiet moments between Harry, Ron, and Hermione become some of the most powerful. This is where they discover what true friendship means and how far they're willing to go for each other. Part 2 is the final battle. Hogwarts becomes a war zone. The stakes have never been higher. Harry and his friends are fighting not just for their lives, but for the future of the entire wizarding world. The final showdown with Voldemort is intense, filled with spellbinding moments and heartbreaking sacrifices. But what really makes this final part so emotional is the theme of selflessness. Harry is willing to give up everything, even his life, to stop Voldemort. And in the end, it's love, not power, that defeats the darkest wizard of all. But it's not just about defeating Voldemort, it's about the relationships that shaped Harry along the way. The love of his parents, the friendship of Ron and Hermione, and the lessons of Dumbledore. In the end, Harry doesn't just win the war, he proves that love, loyalty, and courage are the true magic of this world. After all, it's not the spells, potions, or enchanted objects that make this series so powerful. It's the characters. It's the choices they make. It's about standing up for what's right, even when it's hard. And most importantly, it's about never giving up on the people you love. So if you've never seen the Harry Potter films, or if you've watched them 100 times, this is your chance to rediscover the magic. It's more than just a story about a boy who learns to be a wizard. It's a story about finding your place in the world and choosing to fight for what matters most. And if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We've got more magical movies to explore, and we want you to join us for the ride. In the comments, tell us, what's your favorite Harry Potter moment? And if you're ready for the next magical movie breakdown, let us know which one you'd like to see next. Subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest adventures.